Hey y'all, I got my hairstylist out here on the deck with me. She wants to play with my hair. So today looks like it's gonna be the day to set my personal best high altitude record. It's also gonna be an experimental test flight because it's gonna be weird. I'm gonna have to put on all my winter gear, my winter flying gear, because it's gonna be cold as rip up there. At 18,000 feet, the winds aloft are only 10 miles an hour. So I'm gonna fill my tank to the brim. And there's a couple things I'm going to have to do differently. I'm going to run some low octane gas because it burns hotter at high altitude. And I did a test run with it low, and it doesn't overheat the engine. It just runs it quite a bit hotter when you're down low. But my guess is you're going to want that heat when you're way up there in the cold. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is oxygen injection. I don't know how feasible it's going to be, but I've got oxygen at the pharmacy. I got several tanks. It's medical oxygen, it's not aviation oxygen. I'm aware of the differences there. But I'm gonna run a cannula to my nose, and I'm also gonna run a splitter on it and run a tube to the intake on the Nitro and see if it increases the performance when the engine starts choking out, because there's gonna be a point where the engine starts to choke. And it may not matter. I don't know. Like I say, it's gonna be an experimental test run. I believe my record is just a tick over 9,000 feet. I've actually been higher free flying down in Colombia riding thermals. I went over 9,000. I haven't even looked back at the data to see what the actual number was, but over 9,000 feet. Oh my God, she put a paw on my head. Jeez. I could never do this.
You have a ponytail.
Is that a ponytail?
Yeah.
I got a ponytail?
Yeah. It's about as long as mine.
Good heavens.
Oh, that's insane.
I looked up and my hair was long. Wow.
Whatever.
I bought this haircut back in October 2016. Got the best looking hairstylist in the world though.
Oh, hush.
Yep.
You're so sweet.
Love you too. All right, so I'm gonna start experimenting stuff together. We'll see how this goes. I got these stinking D's and a little bit of duct tape. Let's eyeball it. I gotta tell you, if you've never used Gorilla Tape, this stuff is fabulous. For those of you in the medical industry, you may know that oxygen tubing does not come with splitters. I'm going to run a nasal cannula to my nose. For me, I'm also going to run a wire to the intake on the motor. You know, if the motor starts struggling but I've got fuel left, if I juice it with a little O2, I'm going to try tweaking a little oxygen injection straight into the mixing box, the intake box. Mixing it, you know, with the air intake, that should reduce fire hazards. One of them's nasal cannula, one of them's gonna be motor injection. I've got to split this into this. That should work, so that's my plan. I'll show you what I got when I'm done. All right, so I found a little piece of like copper water pipe, and I think it's gonna be big enough to accept both these tubes without squishing them down too much. I don't know, I may flare it out a little bit. I got a tool for that too. I know copper doesn't react with oxygen at the temperatures that I'm gonna be at, so I'm not gonna sweat that. But I am gonna cut me off a little piece here. My little miniature pipe cutter. Ta-da! All right, so this is what I came up with. I got a little 5-minute 2-part epoxy and sealed up each end of that on the copper tube. I'm just gonna tape that down to the tank, and that's gonna be my O2 splitter. One for me, one for the motor. And this is what I got on the engine. I just got just this piece so I can plug it into the wire that I've got, into the tube that I've got split. Pretty simple solution. Just an oxygen injection into the intake stream is my idea. You know, what the feasibility of it, whether it even makes a difference at all, I do not know. We will soon find out. Hey Jen, be in the video? Nope. All right, this is fixing to suck. good. Come on, wind. Just a little wind. That was a hot setup there. That's an easy ride from here. Just go up. I got it. Thermal. We might turn in this one. Weight shift is kind of wacky with this big tank in my lap. Oh, fun, fun, fun. The nasal candle in my nose. I feel like I need to pick a booger. I'm going to use these thermals as a little lift assist while I'm climbing below the clouds. Once I get above them, it'll just be the motor. Temperatures are good at 407 degrees Fahrenheit. My arms and my legs are sweating inside this Arctic gear, but I don't have to pee. Just past 1,200 feet. Once I get out of this thermal air, I can stow these toggles. It'll just be an easy ride. I'll get my music lined up and whatnot, get my fiddling around when I got some altitude. Air feels cooler on my hands. There we go. There's a good thermal. I'll stay in that one. Woo! The elevator, baby. I like that. 1,000 feet up a minute. I see that RV taking off. I wonder which way he's going to depart. Oh, I'm getting pretty close to a cloud. I don't need that. Now he's turning to the west. At 3,000 feet, 130. And my legs are just now stopping the sweating. Level with cloud base now, so I've got to stay away from these clouds laterally. Been climbing for 15 minutes, 16 minutes at 3,600 feet. Oh damn it, that thunderhead out there. Woo! How far away that is, if I can check that on the radar map here. Yeah, I think it's pretty far away. It's not moving toward me either. I'm gonna look at the local image. Your connection was interrupted. Who would have thought it? 4,000 feet. I'm circling out here in this hole. I believe I'm legal as far as cloud distance separation. The problem with the blue hole is the air's real sinky. It's going up where the clouds are and it's going down where the clouds are not. Yet I have to put myself where the clouds are not. It is pretty damn beautiful out here though. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 4 miles an hour. Let's get the old gloves on, why don't we? Of course, I put the right-handed one in my left pocket, right? Oh, that's hilarious, Kyle. All right. Gloves were an ordeal. All right, I'm making it about most of the way above the clouds. Air's smoothing out a little bit. The turbulence is, I'm going hands off. Climb is not all that great. 6,800 RPM, get about 100 feet a minute. Climbing for 34 minutes now. There's this huge thunderstorm down here to my southeast. I looked at the radar, I caught a glimpse of it before I lost service. It's far, far away. There's some weird turbulence. 6,000 feet. And there's some pretty big development out here to my west as well. Well, my climb has went up to 200 feet a minute. I turned on just a little twist of oxygen just to see if that changed anything. It's tough to say still. I'll definitely know if it's doing anything or not when I get up to altitude. My face is starting to get kind of chilly. Full throttle is only giving me 7,100 RPMs. I'm gonna turn up the juice and see what happens. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll wait. I'm gonna wait. Just went through 7,000 feet. Still climbing. I got my throttle pinned and I'm getting 7190 RPMs. On the ground, it was giving me 7550. Temperatures are 404 degrees. They're pretty level, so I feel safe holding it down. Starting to feel really comfortable with this gear now. So glad that I put it on and battled through that heat. Now, my face is getting kind of cool. There's 8,000 feet. Man, it's like a sea of clouds down there. Not neat. I'm going straight into the wind at this point. Ground speed's 15 miles an hour. But yeah, engine temperatures are 409. We'll do a fuel mirror check. I probably burned half of it, or or thereabouts. Oh, my ground speed's picking up a notch. I may be running through a gradient here. Yeah, I feel some funny little turbulence, little wavy. Oh yeah, I just went up to 20. All right, I'm gonna lean left, or actually I'm gonna use my tip toggle. I don't want to do a lot of weight shifting because that takes a lot of exertion, and I don't want to exert myself at altitude for fear of developing hypoxia. Hypoxia is pretty insidious in the onset. Like, you just feel really good. You think everything's normal, but if somebody can hear you, like this recording, I don't know. I wonder if I'll get back to the ground and it sounds like I'm just shithouse drunk. I don't know. I'm curious about that. And I'm only 8,500 feet. No, the wind wasn't shifting. It was just dying off. I'm 89.66 right now, almost 9,000 feet. My engine just started running rough a little bit. Temperatures are going down. I'm gonna turn up the oxygen, see what happens. Oh wow, a marked improvement. 9,000 feet. This is officially my personal best. Yeah, RPMs went up to 7,200. I just turned it on all the way, maximum oxygen. Wow, went up to 7,400 RPMs. Temperatures are climbing a little bit. I gotta turn it all the way up on continuous to get a result out of the engine. Very interesting. Let's see what happens to the climb rate. Starts to run rough and the temperatures start falling. That's a sign of a rich condition. I wish I could make an in-flight adjustment. If I had a big enough tank and I was really trying to set some kind of a record, you know, that may be an option, but 385, 100 feet a minute. All right, go all the way up again. I can feel the little boost when I hit it. Temperatures go up just a little. Climb rate goes up 30, 40 feet per minute. Definitely doing something. My ground speed is 25 miles an hour. Let's make a turn here. Hey, my GoPro's still recording. Got the sun glaring on my dang Odie here. My face is getting really cold. There's Spring Hill from 9,700 feet. Woo! Gotta put the glove over my nose. Hey, look at there, 10,000 feet. There's a sputter. Woo, my fingers are cold. 13,600. Yeah, it's sounded kind of sick. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Oh, throttle down. Well, shit, now I want to make it to 14. There's 13.9. I don't think it's going to run for another minute, to be honest. I just cranked up the O2 again just to see. 13.930, 13.940, 13.950.